Hey everyone, I am Holly, and this is another story where I surrender to Source and trust in the signs and synchronicities around me which help to guide me on my journey. So, knowing earlier this year that I had to move, it was no longer safe for me to remain where I was. Where I was. Just give me a few minutes, please. So, I am learning to reconnect with nature and my spirit guides through physical and literal communication. So, one of the things that you can do is ask for a sign. So, knowing that we would go to the library often, one of the signs I ask for at times are crazy colored animals or flowers or things that you wouldn't expect to see. And then when you see it, you need to be open to receiving the message that comes. So let's say, well, I'll tell you this example and then you'll see what I mean. So I knew I had to move. And again, I let go of the reins and I gave in to God, Divine Source Energy, the Great Mystery, whatever you resonate with for our Creator. So I had a few options of where I could go, and so I basically just put it out there. I said, okay, where am I going this time? I said, if I'm going here, then show me a daisy. And if I'm going here, then show me a pink hippopotamus. Pretty sure it was pink hippopotamus or pink elephant. I think I said pink hippopotamus. Those weren't my choices. Those were what intuitively I was guided to ask for. Now, it would have been it may have been the beginning of April when I asked this question, so there are no flowers out yet. There may have been the starting of daffodils and tulips. So I asked to see a daisy or a pink hippopotamus, which I figured we'd see on a book somewhere in the library or something else when that was what I was supposed to see. So within an hour, I drove around the block and there was a flower wreath on someone's door, and it had these purple flowers that looked like a daisy. Now, I wasn't fully sure if it was a daisy or not. I wasn't about to walk up to their door. It looked similar to echinacea, and I wanted to be certain that it was a daisy I was seeing. So I said, okay, Spirit. And I drove around the block a few times. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a daisy. I know there's different colored daisies. Daisy was my grandmother's favorite flower, so that sometimes pops into my mind. So I asked for confirmation. I said, okay, Spirit, if this is where I'm going and if that was a daisy, show me one more daisy. Just show me a confirmation that that was a daisy and that this is where I'm moving. So the next day, I open up my phone to YouTube, and there was a post. And the post, I can't remember what all it said, but in the post, in quotation marks, was the name Daisy. Capital D-A-I-S-Y. in quotation marks, like it literally stood out on the page, and I said, I laughed. When you are disconnected, you will miss the signs and the symbols and the messages. I got the message loud and clear. It's truly amazing when we can remove the distractions, really is what it comes down to. Remove the distractions out of your home, out of your mental space. Again, the toxic patterning and behaviors and addictions and abusive partners, and knowing that you shouldn't be with someone although you stay because of the children. The children suffer internally and you can't see that because you're so distracted elsewhere and trying to just pretend you're happy. It can be tough when we are in the middle of it to see outside of ourselves, outside of our focus. So this is another example of trusting the process and trusting our connection to the Creator. We are one. When you can see yourself in everyone around you, you will have more compassion. Compassion for others and yourself. It's not up to us to judge them. It's not up to us to change them. Try it. Try it. Think about something that you need an answer to. And just take a couple deep breaths and sit there and ask the question and think. Have your mind open to a message on, like the other day I wanted to ask a question and I had just an orange flower, like an orange daisy looking flower, pop into my mind. And I was like, well, I guess that's going to be what I need to see in order to know that that's my answer. It wasn't me choosing that. It popped into my mind. My mind's eye. It's super fascinating when it all is connected. So I hope this message helps you to see the possibilities and the potential that you can experience when you trust and when you surrender to what is. The I am, the living God within your internal compass, your internal guiding system. We're never alone. Mwah. Blessings to you all.